The Red Sox Foundation is the team charity of the Red Sox, and what we try to do is harness the passion that fans have for the Red Sox and put it to use to make social change, the kind of change we all want to see in our world. We have 4 cornerstone charities. There's the Jimmy Fund, which is our oldest charity that we have a relationship between the team for 54 years. Then we also have RBI, which is returning baseball to the inner city, which includes youth baseball in Greater Boston, also Springfield. Then we have Dimmick Community Health Center, which is a health center in Roxbury, and we do a teen center there, and we do a Smart Kids program for younger kids. And then for that's health, education, recreation, and social services, and we have Red Sox Scholars for the education component, and that's 5th graders in the Boston Public Schools. We give a college scholarship, $10,000 college scholarship to 25 5th graders. And we pick 5th graders because that's a real turning point in kids' lives. You know, younger and younger kids now, they make decisions then that can change their lives, and as they're going through adolescence, they make a decision. Are they going to sort of play by the rules, or are they going to do something else? And if you're smart, even though you're that young, you're recruited by gangs to drop off drugs and all of that. And this is a way of saying, hey, there's a reward right ahead, and it's got your name on it, nobody else's, and you can have it or you can lose it.
Now, Meg, what inspired you to pursue a career in community service?
That's an interesting question. I started as a journalist, and my purpose as a journalist, which a lot of journalists was to be a reformer, to shine the light on things that were good and get people to imitate those, and shine the light on things that were unfair, unjust, and make changes for that. I did that for about 20 years, and I got recruited by Robert Kraft, who owns the New England Patriots, and I worked for him running his charitable organization and working with the players there. Had a great time doing there. Needed to be in Boston for some family reasons, and so I'm like the first person who got traded from the Patriots to the Red Sox, and I love what I do. I love what I do. I feel like anybody who wants to feel part of a team, taking that sense of teamwork and putting it together for causes that mean so much more than wins and losses, it makes us all feel very proud to be Red Sox fans.
And while working in this field, what is the single most gratifying moment you've experienced?
Wow. Single most gratifying moment. That's pretty... I have to say we've all had so many. I think there's been 2. One was a Red Sox scholar who was 12 years old, spoke at our welcome home dinner this year, and she had never addressed such a big group before. She and I worked on her speech for a couple of days. She told me what she wanted to say, and we practiced it. And she stood up and she did a flawless performance in front of 1,000 people that had people crying and people standing up and applauding, and I was so proud of her. It was as if I was her mother. I'm not, but I was so proud of her, and it's that kind of thinking, wow, she's moving ahead in her life. She's got a sense of purpose. She's going to succeed. That was tremendously important. And the other is this past Christmas, Kurt Schilling and Shonda Schilling went up to Webster House, which is a group home in New Hampshire that we support. We support group homes in each New England state, and it happens to be a group home that I grew up in Orphanage. I grew up there. And Shonda and Kurt went up and didn't want any media, didn't want any press, absolutely refused to let us publicize it, but went up there and cooked them dinner and gave them all Christmas presents. And one of the Christmas presents was each kid got an iPod, and the kids started crying, and I started crying, and Kurt started crying, and Shonda started crying. That was pretty emotional. Yes. And it was just thinking, wow, this isn't for any audience or for any good. It's just a wonderful feeling that people get.
That's wonderful. And just one last question. Is from all your experience in life and your line of work, if you had the chance to offer one piece of advice to the next generation of leaders, what would it be?
Don't let anybody tell you it can't be done. It can be done. If you want to do it, you can do it. It might take a lot of work. It might take more people. It might take more time. It might take more money, but you can do it. And it's really up to you. And that there's nothing so inspiring to those of us who are getting old than young people taking over leadership and showing us they can do it.
Absolutely. Well, great. Thank you so much, Meg, for your time, and thanks for having us today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Volunteer.